My name is Jeremy. I'm in grade 12. I first came to RLC in grade 10, so that'd be 2021. Um, I like the idea of like small classrooms, more, I guess a more like smaller community that allows you to have like better connections with people, or like, get to know your teachers better. Also, the location is pretty beautiful. I mean, from my perspective, I grew up in London, one of the biggest metropolises in the world. So I kind of had enough of that, to be honest with you. Like living in London, central London, for about 14 years was enough city life for me, and this was a good escape. I mean, because it's not 2-3 hours away from Toronto, it's not that bad in all consideration. But I liked the idea of kind of being in a more remote location. I have found to find nature quite um, calming, and so I personally like the idea of being in nature, being far away from. It's pretty much what you would imagine when you think of Muskoka. Like it's kind of the best, some of the best land in Muskoka. Pine trees and pristine, beautiful lakes, um, nice rocky shores, um, that kind of stuff. And then also, in the winter, massive snowfalls, cozy villages. The villages, I don't know, I mean, obviously I've traveled around a bit around Georgian Bay and Muskoka, but Rosseau itself is quite, I would say, very quite stylish. I mean, the way that they've designed the town, it seems like everybody in the town takes a lot of pride in making their community nice and clean, and it's what you would expect when you think of like more of a rural town. Um, Kind of like a lot of the buildings have like a log cabin kind of feel, like more cozy. Um, but um, but it's not a massive village, but I would say that it's very unique. It's beautiful in its own way, and it's nice to be able to kind of to also be able to interact with the community beyond just Rosso itself, like the school. You know what I mean? Can be interact with a wider community as well. I mean, as I said before, I grew up in the United Kingdom, and the system there is quite brutal, to say at least. It's comparable to, China and and South Korea in some ways, and the way that kind of the way that education is institutionalized. A lot of high stress tests, a lot of remembering things verbatim, not much creativity or personalization or collaboration. And so, just coming to North America, I had done the whole very, very high stress, prestigious academic thing. It wasn't for me. You know, part of it, I don't like it's quite a big ego competition sometimes. I didn't like that. I liked more of the idea of, I've always been I've always been someone that learns on my own. And Rosso allows people to really discover what they like to learn about, and allows them to learn in much more of a healthy way, not much of a egotistical, competitive way, or a way that where you're constantly comparing yourself to other people. More of a way that's just like truly what you want to learn and how and what's the best way for you doing that, which is the most scientific, scientifically effective way to actually learn is to learn in the way that you learn best, and because you have such a close relationship with the teachers, you can actually facilitate that, which is that pretty much would never happen at most schools, even in the US or in Canada, in public schools. That just wouldn't happen because the classes are too big. Or although, you know, uh, I just like the way that the Rosso approached academics. It was more fulfilling for me, I'd say. This year, I'm in Brock House, which is kind of the designated like senior boys' house, and obviously, since I was here in grade 10, I've come up through the different houses, and your first year when you're kind of with a bigger group of people, it's you have more, like, you're kind of, there's more rules, more expectations, being looked after more because you're younger, and then as you mature and you grow, you kind of get more and more freedoms. And now at the stage I'm at now, in Brock, it's almost like living in your own apartment building on campus, like very much to how it would be in university. We're not kind of expected to, keep everything clean and do what we need to do, and the relationship we have with our house parent is more of a very like family relationship. Like we'll do events together, like we did a Thanksgiving stuff together, Secret Santa, that kind of stuff like that, and yeah, it's just a super nice relationship. It's like you're just living with a bunch of your friends, right? And as in Brock, because we're grade 12, there's a lot more single rooms. I'm in a double room, but most rooms are single rooms, and then there's like two house parents that live together in the same apartment. But kind of it's obviously within the house, but it's not like it's kind of separated in a way so that everyone has their own space, which is nice, so that people can come together and hang out when they want to, but also have like their space. A lot of people my age, when they grow up, they'll have no understanding of how to camp or trek or hike or swim in the lake or canoe, and that's kind of sad. I think that's unfortunate. I think it's everyone here is quite lucky to be able to have that. Um, that's a good question actually. Um, oh, I maybe not always a spot, but I like the Robert Crow Memorial Trail quite a lot actually. We did it like every Wednesday for a while, and I really enjoyed that time every Wednesday just to kind of like de-stress, do that walk. It's very beautiful. So I feel like Rosseau can be a place for anyone. I don't think it has to. I don't think it's a school for any particular kind of person. I don't like that stereotype. I think it's just anyone can enjoy that, and really enjoy their time here and be successful here. Anyone that wants to, you know, connect with nature and learn in a much more holistic way, I think it's a school for you.